Weeb, Otaku, Weeaboo. When hearing about Japan, you often hear these terms thrown around for people obsessed with Japan. But what do they actually mean? Yokoso minasan, it's Koru here, Shogun of Shinshoku. And today I'm going to be explaining these terms and a few less common ones for y'all who are confused on the matter. First off, we have Weeb. Now, it's often used as a catch-all term for people who are obsessed with Japan, and just thought of as a shorthand for Weeaboo, even though it's not. Weeb and Weeaboo are quite different terms. Think of Weeb more like Weeaboo Light, as Weeb's just like anime. Period. There's nothing more to it. They just like anime. Weeaboos, on the other hand, just generally like Japan. Anime, food, cosplaying. And now you're probably confused where otaku fits into this, as what else is there? Well, otakus are the in-between. They just generally like Japanese entertainment. So not just anime, but also things like manga and JRPGs too. Now on to the less common terms. Japanophiles. Now they also generally like Japan, but unlike weeaboos, they take a more traditional approach. Instead of binging their favorite anime, Japanophiles are more likely to be watching a 30-minute documentary about the Edo period, learning about the samurai class, for example. They'll usually have a soft spot for traditional Japanese architecture, and would happily learn how to put on a yukata if you gave them the chance. And this is usually where I see myself falling into these terms. I rarely watch anime, only being in the mood for it maybe a couple times a month, and that's usually just because I run out of things to watch on YouTube. On the other hand, I've had a fascination with traditional Japanese architecture, frequently watched many historical videos on Japan, and even became a Shinto convert. Banzai Amaterasu! Now the final one is a bit murky, but I do have a friend who easily falls into this term. Shout out to Imperiador II. And the term is Mattsu, although the closest term I could find online is Tojobu. These are your Imperial Japanese fanatics, learning about Japan under Hirohito, and especially during World War II. Although I do find the term Tojobu a little misleading, and I just want to take a minute to rant here. When depicting the leaders of the major powers during World War II, it always boils my blood when they use Hideki Tojo as leader of Japan, as he was only the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister didn't start being considered the leader of Japan until after World War II and Japan's democratization. Before that, the Emperor would have been considered the leader of Japan, and during World War II, Hirohito was Japan's Emperor, and most people at the time probably would have pointed to him as head of Japan before Hideki Tojo. Either way, hopefully I was able to clear up these terms for you to use in the future. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, as the majority of you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. Matani!